Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Dynasty Sports Channel video. Today I am doing another Houston Texans 4-round mock draft. I'll explain why in a second, but before I get into it, I want to remind you guys about the giveaway that I'm doing, as to where if we hit 1,000 subscribers before the NFL draft on April 24th, I'll be giving away 2 jerseys of your favorite draft picks to 2 lucky subscribers. So make sure to hit the subscribe button and drop a comment on which jersey you'd like to get if you were the winner. So with that being said, let's get into the video. So the reason I'm doing another Houston Texans mock draft is because a lot of the Houston Texans fans were rather angry with me down in the comments below about what picks I made and the way I went about it in the draft. So I'm going to try and redeem myself today. Make sure you guys let me know in the comments down below if I redeem myself. So, without further ado, let's get into it. If this doesn't make you happy, I don't know what will. So, I kind of, pre-thought about this pick before coming in here and looking at offensive line, because I do believe that is what the Houston Texans probably need most in retrospect after I sat for a while and, thought about it. I don't think Josh Simmons is going to be there at 25. I really don't. Armand from Missouri, I don't really think he's a first-round pick. He might be a late first-round pick, but I don't really see it happening. But Jonah Salvanaya, he's an offensive lineman from Arizona. I think he'll be a first-round pick. He's big. He has all the intangibles. He has experience playing guard and tackle. I think he's probably the perfect guy to come in for the Houston Texans and take over in that interior offensive line. He's like 6'4", 340. So I had the Texans going Jonah Salvanaya here at number 25. Now, it gets a little bit more complicated from here because I think they need receiver, defensive tackle, corner, tight end. They need, the Texans are a good team. They don't have many holes, but they're not very deep at a lot of positions, like receiver. You got, they have Nico Collins, but he's banged up probably every season. Tank Dell is is going to be coming off his second consecutive ACL tear in his career, and he's only going to his third year, so he's tore something significant every single year. Stephon Diggs tore his ACL. They're probably going to let him walk. He's probably going to go join his brother in Dallas. They don't really have that many great receivers. So I'm going to look at, what receivers are still hanging around here. You got Bond, Savion Williams, Higgins. I wonder if he's still here. Okay. Hear me out. I'm going to go Jake Beck here. I believe that's how you say his name. Beck. He was the Senior Bowl MVP. I think he'll be, a highly touted, second round guy, maybe even, or probably at the latest, third round. And I heard a lot of people complaining about red zone. I mean, he was going up there and he was getting those balls. Pause. He was winning those 50-50 jump balls. I mean, we saw him, moss 2 people in the freaking Senior Bowl. I think this is a great pick for the Houston Texans. He's a local guy, so I'm sure the Texans know a lot about him. I mean, what happened with his brother in New Orleans, it's an absolute tragedy. Prayers out to him and his family for that. But I think that this could potentially be, just an excellent pick for the Texans going forward. Gives them that, number 2 receiver. He's an outside receiver. Nico Collins, in my opinion, he's an outside receiver, but who I think can play both. And you got Tank Dell in the slot eventually when he comes back healthy. I think Beck, he comes in day one and you can make an immediate impact for the Houston Texans. And usually in the first 2 days of the NFL draft, you want guys who can come in and make an immediate impact. So I think this is a home run pick for him. So now here at 89, let's see. Oh, this is a no-brainer right here. Give me Azariah Thomas from Florida State. He is one of the most underrated corners in the draft. I think there's a small chance that he could still be there at 89. I mean, there's no guarantee he could even be a second-round pick. But he's one of the better cover guys. I think he didn't have as good of a Senior Bowl as a lot of people expected him to, so that might cause him to drop just a little bit. I still think he's a day 2 pick. I mean, very, very unlikely, but he could even be, a day one pick. I don't see that happening, though. Um, so I think that's another great pick for the Houston Texans. So with that being said, we're going to the last pick here for the Houston Texans, and we'll look at if it's a tackle. 127. No, I'm not really seeing anybody I like. A defensive tackle, safety. No. Let's see. Maybe another offensive lineman, or I already know. Let's see if they have a profile. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go Luke Lachey here. Lakey, I don't know what his name is. He's an Iowa tight end. I mean, tell me the last time an Iowa tight end went to the NFL and was bad. I couldn't tell you. You got George Kittle. Let's see. What's his name? He was drafted in the first round. He played. I believe Hawkinson was from Iowa. There's another 2 or 3 guys from Iowa in the NFL who are just awesome. Like it says here, Luke is a big-bodied, athletic tight end with well-rounded skill set that makes him a valuable offensive weapon. His length and smooth acceleration off the line should serve him well as a seam stretcher. Goodness gracious, excuse me. Lachey is also a fluid and technical route runner. When he's working against air, he needs to develop his core strength to become effective as a blocker, especially as that will likely be his path to playing time early in his career. Okay, so the reason I'm going to go Luke here, the tight end, I don't love Dalton Schultz. He's getting older. He's going to be, 29, 30 or something like that. I mean, I feel like you could bring him in, have him learn behind, Dalton Schultz and Brevin Jordan for a year, and he could immediately come in and fill that Dalton Schultz role as a blocker and as a receiving tight end. I mean, Schultz is a very solid, well-rounded tight end, but he's not great at anything. He's a okay/good receiver, and he's a good blocker, but he's not great. I think that this could be the same career trajectory as Luke. Now you might hate that pick. Brevin Jordan can't stay healthy. I'm a Miami fan. I love Brevin Jordan, but I'm also somebody who doesn't believe in excuses. He can't stay healthy, so I think you got to go tight end here. This was a very heavy offensive draft. I think the Texans just need to get healthy on defense. I mean, I think they shore up that cornerback room because you got Stingley, you got Kamari Lassiter from Georgia, who was awesome in the playoffs, from what I remember. But I think you can move those guys all around. You can have Stingley, following the number one receiver, and then you could have Kamari in the nickel rack role, or you can even have Azariah in the nickelback role. I think this is a perfect pick for the Texans. I really like this draft. Honestly, I like this draft more than the last one. I really hope you guys like this one more than the last one. For some reason, I feel like you guys are going to hate this one more than the last one. I don't know why. But the Savanaya pick, I like that one because he can slide in at guard or tackle. Say you guys get banged up at tackle, he can go in. He can play tackle. But I think that his main position in the NFL will be guard. He's a bigger guy, so it might be a little bit, I mean, he did play right guard in college, and he played a little bit of tackle, I believe. He's a big 6'4", 340, but he's Samoan. He can move. He's strong. I think he can come in day one, start for the Texans, and be better than what they had already. So please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think of this. If you guys hate it, please let me know. If you guys love it, please let me know. Remember, 1,000 subscribers, 2 jerseys, 2,000, I give away 5. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. That being said, have a great